How to draw a nose. Okay. I'm going to teach you the most basic way to draw a nose and how to think about noses. Noses are not difficult, but you want to think about a nose having dimension and shape. And there's something to think about. We're going to do the most basic form, and then we're going to build from the basic form. So the first thing you want to do is start with the center of the nose, okay? So get the tip of the nose, okay? Then you want to build from that edge a nostril. Now, in my class, I show you guys what we consider nose man, okay? So this is his body, and these are his little feet, okay? From the edge of his nostril, okay? Now notice, see how I bring that tip down and I come back in, all right? Now, he's a superhero since he's called Nose Man, so we're gonna bring and put a little cape on him, and he's gonna have a soft little comforter cape, okay? And the moment we do that, the nose starts to appear, all right? Then we're going to say that his superpower is he has a line that he can climb buildings with. So we're going to take from one edge of the nose and we're going to bring that all the way up that connects to the eyebrow. And there we go. That is the most simplistic way to look at a nose. Now, after we look at this, there's other parts to a nose too as well. Some people's points of their nose have little, what we call like divots and shadows. Okay, you can come in and you can bring in those shadows and those shapes. And on the edge of the nose, there's usually a shadow here that builds in and a little bit of a shadow here. But right here, the nose loses that line. And the moment we lose that line, this starts to come together. Now, this line here that goes into the nostril is dark. This line here into the nostril is dark as well. Then underneath the side of the nostril, you'll get a shadow that builds. That is connected to the cheek. That makes this area come forward. But then here, the nostril starts to get a little bit of shadow generally right in there with that edge of that shadow. And I can bring that all the way to the side of that nose, that bridge of that nose. Down here, I can soften up this and bring that in. Soften this in. And you can start to see how we're starting to get dimension really quickly with the bridge of my nose. All right. Now, of course, there'd be some light spots inside of here, and we will pull those out. Okay. Now, underneath the nose, there is a shadow that forms. So we're going to do a light shadow that's here. And then we get this lovely little spot that gets right down in here, connecting into our lip. Okay. And that goes all the way up into the nostril, generally. All right. And it's soft. And usually you can sometimes see, depending on the person, they might have a large bridge. Some people have a more triangular bridge. It all varies in the way that their mouth is moving. And then the mouth starts right off of that, and builds right off of that, and so on. Okay, and then I'll do the mouth portion here. Okay, but the nose, sometimes people have a line that goes between their nose. Sometimes their nose is real bulbous. Sometimes you'll see a circle here and a circle here, and then you'll see a circle there underneath and a circle there, depending on the nationality. Okay, some people have very tiny noses. Some people have very wide noses. Some people's nose breaks right here, and then it gets flat, and then this line disappears. Okay, and so this area has a light spot that is dulled out. Okay, Now, once you get the shape of that lip, then usually this side of the mouth starts to get darker. Now, this is a warning for people that are beginning drawing, okay? Be gentle on that shadow. If you get it too dark, especially if it's a feminine person, okay, a female, you can give her a Hitler kind of mustache and hair on the side of her lip. No woman likes hair on their lip. So just make sure you don't put that in, okay? And again, I'm drawing with pencil, and this is not my specialty. I am more about charcoal. So if you have charcoal at home and you're more comfortable with charcoal, use charcoal by all means. So now I'm going to come in here real quick and hit up some of my highlights. So we'll say that that area I was talking about has a little light source. And in here, this gets a little bit more triangular. And then this bridge of that nose goes all the way up. And all of a sudden, we start to see a little bit difference of a nose. It's starting to get a little bit funkier shape and a little bit more three-dimensional. Okay. All right. And that is the basic way of drawing a nose. So that's Nose Man. Okay, so again, it's a circle, a foot, a cape, and a cape. All right. It could be a small nose with big nostrils. That happens too. Okay. You have to look at each person's nose. Okay. And then when you draw a side of someone's nose, we'll do the profile in this one too as well. So when you come down, always again, start with the circle. Okay. Then you start with the next circle that is next to it, the nostril that you can see. Then look for the hole at the bottom. Okay, most people's noses dip down. That's what gives it that shadow. Okay, and then it goes right back up. All right, now I got that line a little too long. And you'll start to see that shape. Now, some people have real bulbous noses. Some people have real straight noses. Okay. All right. Some people have broken or indented noses. All right. Depending on the person, okay, when you look at the side of their nose, see if they look better portrait or profile. Some people do look better profile, but not very many. Majority of times you're going to have a lot of struggles doing someone on the side as they are on the looking straight on. I recommend that they move one side to the other, look to the left a little bit or look to the right. Those generally look better as a portrait. That's one of my little tips. Then once you get in here, tone out the nose and then lighten up areas to make that nose stand out. There we go. A simple profile nose. Okay, and then the lip connects right off of there, and it usually starts right at the tip and builds itself out to that first lip, and then goes inward, and then this then comes out, and the bottom lip is always larger than the top lip. Okay. All right. On to the next one, the mouth.